Again, look at these guys, man. They should shovel it. Like, what's wrong with them? Glass potentially is in or is not in. Oh no, they haven't even installed the lights yet. These guys are crazy, man. You know, I need to call the electrician. I need to call all these guys back. This is crazy. They're delaying the project. They're delaying us big time. No good. Tomorrow is minus 25. Even our exterior siding guy is not going to work tomorrow. Even our carpenters are not coming in tomorrow because it's just too cold. And now we're coming back here after the fact to change the pipes. So again, another horror story. This is a cost, right? To put back the interlock, call back the landscapers. Here is basically majority, if not all the homes, don't quote me on this, older homes have clay pipes that are running to the home, to the property. Clay pipes are notorious for getting clogged, breaking, etc. So that's why no one uses it anymore. Everyone's using PVC nowadays. So what we're doing over here, since the clients already moved in, the tenants have already moved in, but this is the afterthought because they didn't want to do the changing of the pipes because they were with a tight budget. And we told them that that's fine, but there's always a risk that you run with when you don't change your pipes. And now we're coming back here after the fact to change the pipes. So again, another horror story. Now it's costing more money to come back to change it after the fact. Had we done this during construction, this client would have saved some money if this was done during construction, but you know, after the fact, right? So let's go, let's have a little peek here. They're gonna be digging this stuff out. As you can see the challenge, look here, like, this is already finished. People are living here. We're gonna dig this out and connect the new PVC pipe inside there. And that's an old clay pipe, is that what it looks like? Yeah, so they got a clay pipe here. So that pipe over there you see over there, the green is obviously the PVC. The pipe over there is the clay pipe. So once they run the new PVC pipe inside the home, they're gonna then, once that's all done and set, all connected, everything is fine and dandy, then they're gonna dig out this section, phase 2, remove the interlock, and then connect a new PVC pipe to the city. Had decided to do this before the fact. Now we're ruining all this interlock. Think about it, right? All this interlock is coming out, right? This is a cost, right? To put back the interlock, call back the landscapers, potential disturbance to the client, right? So anyhow, we're getting it done. One way or the other, it's getting done. This is a clay pipe right here. I'm not gonna touch inside because it's going inside here, but this is a clay pipe basically. And it's you know, it's made of clay. Right, so look at how it breaks so easily, right? So it's all it's brittle. Toilet paper gets stuck in there. You can't even use toilet paper because it's so old, and it's just not used anymore. It's not a practice to use this pipe anymore. So everything is PVC. There's been a lot of feedback as well. You know, we've got people that are okay, I get it. Maybe they're alleged contractors, or maybe they're alleged carpenters, or maybe they're alleged HVAC guys. I'm not sure who they are, but there's been alleged comments that's been on our Instagram about the framing should be done in this way or the framing should be done in that way. I guess the only thing that I can say respectfully is that all the framing that's being done here and all the projects is inspected by engineers. It's a third-party engineer. It's not my uncle or Bob, someone that I hand some money under the table to kind of, pass these inspections. These inspections are done by a third party. They're putting their license on the line. So everything has to be engineered and designed and inspected and stamped by the engineer to ensure that there's safety for the residents that are going to move in. What they're typically used to seeing, let's just say if you're a carpenter, you're not used to seeing it done in a certain way, well, please understand that we have engineers inspecting it. Same thing to do with HVAC. We've had some comments about HVAC as well, where, why didn't you go with an ERV system? Why are you going with an HRV? Well, hey, look, it all is designed also by an engineer. An engineering firm that designs HVAC systems, designs the ERV, designs the heat pump systems, and all the heat loss calculations is done by them. So if they're going to specify and spec for us to go with an HRV and the client does not want to upgrade to an ERV, right? I think ERV is better, right? But if the client doesn't want to upgrade to the ERV and they want to stick with the HRV as designed, as approved, stamped by the city, well then who are we to say to change that to an ERV, right? Hey Enrico, I was just there. I missed you over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing. We gotta go to the property line.
I saw that. That's fine. Go ahead. You already gave me the quote. I'm not gonna negotiate you there. That's fine. Let's just go ahead.
All right. Another thing. Actually, I sent you the quote for.
I already have the quote. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing. We need a bin here, a small 8-yard bin. The guys you use is they have.
Can you help me with the 8-yard bin, man? I mean, it was pretty expensive. Obviously, I know there's a lot of work. I'm not here to go back and forth with you, but if you can help me with the bin, I'd really appreciate it, because the customer is. It's going to be hard for me to go back to the customer, and they already agreed to your quotation. If you can help me, please, man, I'd appreciate it.
With a bin?
If you don't mind, please help me, man, because I can't go back to the customer. They're already dying right now. It's a pretty expensive undertaking, right? So just help me out. It's just an 8-yard bin, right? Just help me out, brother. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Take care, brother. Bye. This is the clay one. So guys, this is going back to the situation where we were dealing with the clay pipe that was being changed at one of our properties. So the contractor is saying because there's so much dirt coming out of there, so much soil, he needs to take the soil away. Now that wasn't part of his scope of work, but because of plexcon's volume, as you saw, I was able to talk to him and tell him, look, buddy, I can't go back to the client and ask for more money for a bin. The bin is like $300-400. Just help us out. We're at the triplex that we were talking about, where if you've got a smaller budget and you don't want to do something massive, we literally took the existing footprint here, existing home, and converted this into a triplex. So let's go inside and have a peek and we'll show you how we did it. This used to be an entrance initially that you guys might have seen in the previous videos. If you guys are following us, that used to go into the home. Basically, it was a single family home. This is your door, you come in, living room was there, etc., etc. But now what we've done is we've separated it. So now you come in here, you've got a little closet. We've closed this off with fire separation, drywall, insulation, etc. This goes straight to the second floor unit. You've got the upgraded kitchen here. You've got the two-tone with a porcelain backsplash. See, a lot of times builders, what they do is here, they would just use tiles. For the backsplash, just put tiles here to kind of save on the cost. That is the basic standard package that if you guys want to go with that, it's tiles. But typically, majority of our clients, because of the volume that we have, go with the full backsplash. So now the countertop is matching the backsplash, same color. We're just finishing up here, so this should be completed by the end of the week. We're working on painting, we're working on all the small, finer details. We're gonna get some glass, we already got this glass shower, it's already in, perfect. People are tired of living in condos, small little boxes. Here you're in a nice family neighborhood and you're living in a nice 2 spacious bedrooms, very spacious. Oh, these guys are actually doing the glass installations, yes. So they're doing the glass installations here. They're gonna finish up and, so did you guys know that we could actually underpin this basement while people are living upstairs, as long as it's done safely, with the inspections with the engineers. Here the client decided not to go with underpinning because it does cost a lot more. That's why there's a very constrained height here. In terms of height, we don't have a lot of height. If this was not already renovated, it'd be perfect to kind of, if you've got the budget, we could come in and do the underpinning for you. Basically, by the end of the week, we're gonna be finished everything, mainly painting and just kind of finishing up everything over here. So they're gonna be finishing by the end of the week. See? So the front was for the second floor, basement's right here, and now you've got the back of the home. Again, very creative, right? We've added more space. This is still the ground floor, but this is the back unit. And here we've got, hey, how are you? Good. Awesome, thank you, nice seeing you. Long time no see. So here we've got really nice high ceilings. Again, the use of, the pot lights are fire rated pot lights. The heat pumps are already installed. Very spacious, very clean. So here we have another prime example of someone that owns this single family home, right? See, now, if they had gone with plexcon construction, spent a little bit of money, and then they convert this into a, over here you can get a duplex, main floor, basement, potentially a triplex depending on how deep it is. This would be a good income generator, very good income generator if they were to go with triplex situation. If you've got a bungalow that looks something like this, don't hesitate to call us. Let us give you the feasibility of what can be done on your property. You could be losing out on thousands of dollars of income, revenue, that you could utilize by just simply one phone call to plexcon construction and us figuring out with you in our consultation in terms of what you can do here. So we're at another project here. It's also a, believe it or not, this is a semi-detached home, and we were still able to put in a triplex here. So let's go inside and have a peek. You'll see it's a semi, right? So again, look at these guys, man. This is shovel the unit. It's a small unit. It's got its own kitchen. It's got its own bathroom. It's got its own laundry room right over here. Washer dryer is going to get installed over here. Glass potentially is in or is not in. Oh no, they haven't even installed the lights yet. You got to finish all the lights. Okay, you guys are crazy, man. I need to call the electrician. I need to call all these guys back. This is crazy. They're delaying the project. They're delaying us big time. No good. The basement's 1 unit and the second floor is 1 unit. Let's go up to the second floor so we can show you guys how it looks up there. See, self-contained. We're going to install the handrails. Got a beautiful glass shower. It's going to be a nice railing here with metal pickets. Very spacious living area. It's got a 1 bedroom with its own washer dryer on this side and a very spacious bedroom. It's 2 bedrooms, by the way. This wall's already done. Now they're going to come back and deal with this. I mean, Look at these guys, right? They got to patch the drywall there. The electrician's got to come back to deal with his mess. I mean, these guys are babies. You got to push these guys to come back. Perfection, right? The client's not going to accept that. We got to deal with that. We're probably going to get the cabinet guy to remove this. This is not acceptable, the location where it's at. So we have another challenge here in which we're going to be making a window well over here. This is going to be for the escape for the basement units. That's the egress window where, in case of a fire, in case of an emergency, they've got the back door to exit as well as the egress window from here. It's big enough so that it kind of complies with the interior building code, so you can just kind of get out of here. All that deck framing that you see above, it's all going to be chopped off. It's not going to be there. It's just going to be an egress window with some landscaping, soft landscaping out here. Another challenge of the winter. We just got off the phone with another guy, one of our guys that does the excavation, demolition excavation. Tomorrow is minus 25, so he's also not going to be there tomorrow. Like, you know, once it gets this cold with the wind chill, that's a problem. It doesn't have to be snow that's going to stop you. It could be the wind chill, it could be this extreme temperatures. Even our exterior siding guy is not going to work tomorrow. Even our carpenters are not coming in tomorrow because it's just too cold. It's just not worth it for them to be there in that kind of a freezing, chilling temperature. So you need solid tires, guys, to kind of pull through the winter. You know what I mean? Look over here, right? Look at this. We pulled it off though. So here we've got a single bungalow that we're converting to a fourplex. They have the option to do a garden suite in the back, but the client has elected not to do it. We did underpinning in the basement here, so you'll see the dramatic difference in the height in the basement of this property versus anything else. And again, a lot of guys that are on our Instagram that are so-called alleged engineers, but they're not really engineers. They're just basically maybe contractors that are talking about the plumbing pipes here that are being ran the way they are, and they're going to freeze, and this is not by code, and you can't run plumbing here. Well, guys, I just want to correct anyone that's kind of watching the videos. This is designed, the plumbing is designed, everything is designed to be the way it is, exactly the way it's supposed to be. And once everything is done, which everything is done and inspections have cleared, we're gonna do the spray foam insulation here, 2-pound spray foam insulation. So this is perfectly fine for the Canadian weather. It's perfectly safe. This is not gonna freeze. A lot of guys are questioning the methodology, which Plexcon used to do what we're doing over here, and everything is by code and inspected. We've started the HVAC work. Now what happens is to make sure that you've got a very good by code fire separation is that wherever they're going to run the ductwork, we have to install the double sheets of drywall with a resilient channel, and the ductwork is going to go underneath this. So the ductwork, if it's going to run inside the joist pocket, then you've got to do the fire rated drywall on the inside the way we have it over here. But otherwise, in any of the other areas, you'll notice partial drywall completed is because that's where the ductwork is going to be ran. And we're going to show you guys when we get upstairs. But look at this height, guys. This is nice high ceiling. This is because of the underpinning. Okay, let's go to the ground floor. Fire separation wall. This is what I was talking about downstairs, right? So you'll see we've already ran the resilient channels, the fire insulation, the double sheets of drywall, and beneath that, we're running all the ductwork. All the ductwork here, you'll notice, it cannot go in the joist cavity. It's all below. We do lose some headroom, but to comply with the building code to have the proper fire separation, this is how it has to be ran. See, this client has opted for the HRV system here. It's also designed as per HRV specifications, but of course, you're always welcome to choose an ERV system if you like. It just depends on what's engineered and what's designed. To the guys that are going to ask the questions as to why we're using an HRV and not an ERV, it's just the way it's designed and stamped by the City of Toronto and designed by the engineer. So it just depends on case by case situation. So here, same thing, you'll notice that continuation, because the second floor and third floor are separate units, we've got the same situation here where the ductwork is being ran directly below the drywall. Since this is the last unit, this is the third floor, we no longer have the need on the third floor to do the same thing that we're doing on the second floor, main floor, basement, because there's no more units above this. So we don't have to worry about fire separations above. Again, of course, we still have fire separations over here. We're still making use of the rock spool. We still have the resilient channel, the 2 sheets of drywall to make sure that this whole area is fireproof in case of a fire. The way the ceiling is over here, the roof, we can't do the regular blown insulation here. Because of the flat roof, a lot of these projects nowadays, Plexcon Construction is involved with flat roofs to get the maximum height, and it's just part of the architectural design that we're getting with the flat roof. So we're going to be going with spray foam insulation on this ceiling to achieve the same R value that we would achieve otherwise with blown insulation. Spray foam is a little bit more costly, but it's part of the budget that the client had envisioned for, and that's what we're gonna do over here. So the next step is we're gonna finish the HVAC, we're gonna begin our electrical work next week. By the end of the month, we're gonna have finished the electrical and the HVAC fully completed, and by February, we're gonna try to pass all those inspections, beginning of February, and by the end of February, we're planning on finishing all the insulation on all the walls, spray foam insulation on the ceiling, and you know, have it all passed and get ready for drywall for March. So we plan on being in drywall for March, and there'll be a whole month of drywall, taping, and going into April, we're gonna be working on all the finishing, all the tiles, the flooring, all the finishing stuff. So April, May, June is gonna be all the finishing work that's gonna happen here, and then we're gonna get into, you know, PDI. So knock on drywall, the client should be able to put this on the market to rent in summer.